Maximals, Maximal Primal here. Welcome to our 2100th video. Yeah, it seems like an odd place to be here again, but thought I'd start here first. But yeah, so for those who know, you're probably think, wait a minute, be about 10 videos away, aren't you? If you're looking at the number, well, technically, but I say this every time. But essentially, there's technically already 100th or whatever. It's just because 10 videos are accidentally deleted. They're probably somewhere, like in a backup place somewhere, so they're still somewhere. So, you know, this is technically my 2100 video, or 100 whatever. 2100th or 2100 video, however you want to say it. So I'm a bit yeah. Just not feeling well because vaccine, yada yada. But you know, doing good, doing fine. But yeah, so what do I have to say here? I think we've done pretty good so far. I mean, I'll say the past 100 videos have been great. At the time of this recording, I have, because obviously it won't be uploaded, but I finished recording Borderlands 2, and I'll even show it. These are the games currently ongoing still. Minecraft Dungeons you'll start seeing after this is uploaded. You'll start seeing it. That'll be me, Laura, Soph, and Storm. But that's the thing, is that you're probably thinking, wait a minute, wasn't the main thing mainly Miss, you, Brian, Jake, and Shane? Well, that's the thing. Miss, I don't know what's going on with. We're not falling out. They're still in our group playing, and that. It's just they just had enough of recording. They're just not really into it as much as we thought they were, or how they explained it. So it's kind of on their end. Not gonna lie, that's on that's their end. So that's why in No Man's Sky you don't really see them now. Unfortunately, it is shitty because I did say to her, look, that's kind of going to be a bit annoying, but whatever. Jake, he's just too busy. That's not his fault. Life happens, but I think as well he doesn't really play because he only played it because we were all playing it because people are dropping out. So, but obviously at the moment it's me, Brian, Shane consistently doing it. And it's good because Shane wasn't there for a bit, so it's good to see him in it. So that's a positive there. And we might have Laura in it, but I doubt it. I don't know. I might not even bother getting people in and out of that Let's Play, but yeah, but you're probably thinking, oh, you mentioned a couple other people. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Because of that, we wanted to get a couple more people in, so we got, instead of just 2, we got 3, so there's now 6 of us. If you had one more, that'd be 7, like the 7 Toa, 7 Emerald, 7 Dragon Balls, you know, that would be quite a nice little number. So we've got Laura, Sophie, and Storm. Storm's currently with us in Ghost Recon. He's trying to help us with that, but he keeps struggling with lag. But we'll see. Worst case, he might have to drop out, but that's not because of anything bad. He's still with us technically. He just can't connect properly, if that's the case. He's also with us Minecraft Dungeons. Laura and Sophie helped us finish Borderlands 2 because at the time of the recording, it was just a pain in the ass trying to get stuff working. Let's play something in the background. Why not? Where is it? But that's the thing, essentially, we couldn't really do much about it. We just couldn't get much done because of what was going on. But I'd like to say that for the most part, it was fun, but we couldn't do much. Oh, hang on. If you guys see... Oh, hang on. I'm going to quit that. That's my fault. I'm a dumbass. You're probably going to notice this is like where all potential video ideas go. So essentially I'm just showing you potential lineups. So you're probably seeing a few games already done, but however, there's also hard mode, extra mode, like pre-sequel and Gears of War and all that. Benefaction and Yu-Gi-Oh! Still got DLCs, so I need to do them. Record needs to be done. I got a lot of games here, still need... I'm going to give that one more go and try and properly finish it, because that was my bad for just being lazy about it. That was definitely bad of me. But yeah, so there's potential games there. Keep an eye out. And yeah, that's the thing, because I was trying to say earlier about Borderlands 2. So essentially, because of what was going on with Borderlands 2, we couldn't really get the bosses done. It was just, and you guys saw it was the same thing with the first game and the pre-sequel. I couldn't really get my hands sorted on that. I couldn't really get much done with that because the end game stuff I couldn't really do on my own. Like, not Termorph, what's Cormorax and the warrior, not warrior, the whatever the enemy is at the end of pre-sequel. You know, there's some enemies I couldn't do and I couldn't finish because it would have just taken me a lot more patience. And I do regret not finishing it in that case. I should be signed in, so that's stupid. But no, that's the thing, is that essentially, you know, the thing is about Borderlands 2, there's a lot of bosses, so for us, like you saw with me and Brian, there's times where we might be struggling, you'll see it, that we have struggled a bit. You'll start seeing it where some of the bosses were like, fuck it, we'll come back later on. And to me, it's like, yeah, cool. But the problem is like I said, the bosses do get a bit weird. Like the bosses do get a bit hit and miss. Because that's the problem. The bosses, some of them aren't too bad, but some of them you just need more than one person. And Brian, at the time, was having bad lag, especially with Pyro Pete's bar. He was just lagging out left, right, and centre. I'm not trying to spoil it. I'm just saying it does get a bit annoying, and for viewers it might get annoying. But there's not much I can really do about that. I could cut it out, but then you wouldn't really have anything there. Some people like the idea of someone getting annoyed because, you know, there's a reason why there's rage compilations and things out there, because people love the idea and get a chub off people raging their guts out. You know, so that's a thing. But no, so we have got help with that and we finished it, and I'm happy with that. Other news on another game, Minecraft Dungeon, I'm looking forward to. So far I've done a few parts so far at the time in this, and I'm happy about it. It seemed like a nice game. But I don't know how it will go. I need to upload it because I've got to make sure that obviously copyright, because if it says, oh, there's problems or it's made for kids and you can't, you know, have comments and it's like, oh, fuck's sake. If it's like, oh, if the video just gets set on its own to made for kids, like, okay, well, we probably can't do it then. But, because it's Minecraft, got the name Minecraft in it. But if it works, then great, because I would love to continue with that, and if not, I'll just play on my own with the others off screen, you know, it's not a problem. Because I'm enjoying it. And Ghost Recon, I think, is going fine. Like I said, we're all fine. Get a bit angry, but then again, it's us three. What do you expect? You know, we always argue. And that doesn't mean, oh, you know, we hate each other's guts. Like, it's like, I know some people think, are they actually being serious? Well, that is a thing. We sometimes are and sometimes aren't. Like, we're not as angry. We don't always act like that. But trust me, when we normally fuck around, or normally when I do something wrong, or when the others do something wrong, we're like, oh, for fuck's sake. Especially like, so I mentioned Brian, when Brian like just went AFK once, I was like, Brian, you fucking idiot. Like, why did you do that? Because he just went off on his own without saying anything. I was like, dude. And we're sat there like with someone for half an hour, and it was like, Brian, we have to do that all over again, you idiot. Why can you just wait? That's how annoying it was. But, you know, that happens, and that's the thing about friends. You know, you tell that it's not just artificial. Oh, jolly, jolly, we're all happy. You know, you can tell friends bicker and piss and get angry at each other. You know, that is what happens. They do get angry. But yeah, so for the most part, I'd say those games are good. But there's another game that it's actually going to be quite good. I know that it's not maybe popular amongst everyone, but I have to say that I am looking forward to it. And after this video, or probably be after this video, I'll be doing our 100th video for Destiny 2. And I need to explain this. I'm not counting extra mode and hard mode in this, because to me, I mean, I guess you could argue that the 100th video in the series, but they don't count as a Let's Play individually. But Destiny 2 is going to be, and it literally will be, by the time you guys see this, it'll already be recorded, it won't be uploaded yet, but I won't see it till after all this, but you know what I'm saying, it'll be ages away. It's going to be a 100 video on Destiny 2, not 100 videos specifically, but 100 Let's Play video. And to me, you know, and I have to say this, I am looking forward to recording, because for me, the recording itself has been different, like I said, and not different. I'm just surprised, but then I'm not as well, because Destiny 2, it's one of those games that because it keeps updating, I'm always keeping up with it, and because it's a subscription game where stuff just keeps happening, you're obviously gonna keep up to date with it. So for me, you know, we got people like me who are just trying to get stuff done, but then once I'm caught up, there's something new happening. You know what I mean? So because of that, that is the main thing. I appreciate the fact that, you know, we do have 100 parts, and I'm looking forward to that. I mean, Destiny 1 was close to that, and to be honest, if I really pushed it, I could have done it. And I think as well, Fallout New Vegas was close as well. Like I said, there's a lot of games close. Borderlands, when I'm finished, it'll probably be around 90 parts, 97 parts when it's done as well. Like I said, I've got a lot of Let's Plays that are close, but Destiny 2 is going to be the first one to reach that mark. I mean, if I have to be blunt, if they keep releasing the next couple of years and has a decent amount of stuff for me to do, I could even reach the 200 parts, which I'm not. Oh, I don't even want to imagine that. But that's going to be the mega Let's Play. But I will say this though: once I've caught up with everything, it won't become a prominent Let's Play like it is now. It'll only be like every now and then I'll record it once something new happens. Because the seasonal stuff, because they're drip feeding mechanic, I'm not really into that. You know, that's one thing I wish. I wish I had it all there now so I could just get it done, instead of just having to wait. But it's fine because I've still got stuff to catch up on, so I'm okay with that. Oh, hang on, let me move my headset up a bit. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But we just gotta wait and see. And what else? I'm looking forward to like getting other games done. I'm just not sure what other games. I mean, other consoles. PlayStation's doing fine. I'm gonna hopefully get Horizon Zero Dawn wrapped up soon, and then I can move on to like back to Jak and Daxter 2. That'll be my next PlayStation game, because I would have done Ratchet and Clank, but due to the copyright, and I believe it's due to the movie. I don't know about the actual games themselves, the original ones, not the movie games, but the original trilogy. If they on PlayStation 4, I will happily give them a go, and maybe I might get one and just see. You know, and I would love to see if it works. Maybe it's because of how I listed it, but I just can't be bothered with the idea, sorry, you can't record this game. It's like, so it'll be Jak and Daxter 2 next, most likely. And then the Wii U, I've got a Switch, but obviously I've got stuff on the Wii U that I need to try and also get as well, because there's some stuff that I'm not going to be able to get again. Because if the store gets shut down, then we're in trouble. So there is that. But I haven't really had a use for it, because again, we've already got like 10 Let's Plays, technically 11 I guess, but I'm not counting extra mode, hard mode in that, it's just a side thing. But for me, you know, we've already got enough, but I am wanting to do that. I just haven't got many games, but then next time a spot opens, I'll jump back into whatever's on there. I would like to try other games like Mario and some other Nintendo games, but I've already feel like I've been ballsy with Pokemon, but it's because it's a spin-off game. That's why I feel like I've got away with it. I feel like if it was like Pokemon Blue or Red, or you know, if it was actually a proper Pokemon game, I like a mainline game, I think I would be like getting in trouble for it. Be like, oh sorry, you can't record this. Like, ugh. But you know, it didn't go wrong before, so who knows? Me, I could always try and just see. I would like to try some other games as well. Because there's some series I am interested in, but obviously due to the nature, because all the horror stories and things that happened before has put me off a bit. Obviously I don't make money, so that's not exactly an issue. It's not like I care about that, but obviously I just don't want the idea of being copyright striked or whatever because, oh, I'm recording a game that I enjoy, but because I'm not talking as much, which I do struggle with, and it doesn't help when I'm on my own. I am technically actually using a Nintendo console. I just realised I am using one. You guys might be noticing Bionicle, and unfortunately, due to the audio, it's going to be rough a bit. But I'm planning to try and do something different. It might be a bit boring, but my plan is to do it where I can commentate after the video, because I think the problem is I'm spending time trying to record it, and the audio I can't fix. It's the Hapag. I don't know if there's a way I could separate it on its own, which I think there might be, but I'd rather not fuck around with the software and everything. I'd rather not touch stuff that I shouldn't and just, you know, don't fix where it's broken. And worst case, I could just, you know, edit commentary in after. And I don't mind doing that. It just means, you know, but then it gives me time to sit there and just, instead of play a game on the spot, I can just commentate, maybe read some stuff out, just talk for a bit, you know, just have a laugh. Not like this, where it's just on the spot. It could be a bit more, I can have something on me, but I don't have to focus on the game and stop talking. Oh, Christ. But no, that's the thing. I'm just hoping, you know, I can get it done, because I do like Bionicle. Like, I loved the figures as a kid, and for me, it would mean a lot. Oh, I'm a dumbass. But no, I appreciate the games. I've got all 3 of the Game Boy games now, so Maze of Shadows, the 2 Matorian Adventure games, you know, I've got them. So now I've got all the remaining games. What is going on there? But no, I know there's like fan game. I know there's a fan game coming out. People think it's like Fish, but it's not. But if that was on Xbox, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. But you know, again, they won't do it because, you know, they won't make money. But yeah, I'm looking forward to. The fact I'm using the GameCube. You guys are noticing now that I've got a cable, not a cable splitter, a converter. I can record PlayStation games, all of that. So I could technically do PlayStation 2 and maybe 1, but I just need to get the controllers, so because I swear last time I tried to play them, just for fun, the controllers were dodgy, like they just did not, the controls weren't responsive, so I need to check something, see if the ports are fine, or if the cables are fucked, I don't know. So there's potential. We got a lot more game consoles that can be used, which I'm looking forward to. But, you know, there's that. I'm looking forward to that. I honestly am. But no, so for me, at this moment, you know, I think we're fine. But for the most part, it's important that, you know, I don't know. I think it's important, like I said, I just focus on the games, and also I want to make sure I use the consoles as well. I really want to make sure, because I'm also recording Transformers 2, the game, or the movie, you know, the game on 360. I'm literally using my consoles, because at the time of this recording as well, I only got a few months left till the 360 servers get shut down, and there's stuff that I can't get anymore, because it's... Oh shit, that's a point, isn't it? Oh, that is actually a point. Can you still get DLCs? Like, I say I got an Xbox One because it's backwards. Can I still get the DLCs? If they're backwards, then cool. But if they're not backwards, then... Oh my god. That's bad. No, I've got to figure something out. I'm gonna, probably after this, or some point, I need to go on my settings. my store settings on 360 and just look for games. I need to look at the games I know for a fact I will be Let's Play, like Sonic 06, stuff like that, and just get the DLC pack, get everything like that, so I know I've got everything ready. It's gonna be probably a bit of money, but I'd rather spend it now than not be able to spend it at all. That's gonna be the problem. But yeah, so other than that, you know, it's gonna be a bit hectic, but I think it'll be alright. So if you give me a sec, I've actually started to do something a little bit different because I've actually got a Q&A going on, or at least some of it. Let me see. I had quite a few actually, but let me find where they are. Here we go. I've got one here. What's your favourite game? Okay, that's the first one, and that's actually a pretty normal one. I was expecting worse, because I actually said just ask me questions, but I didn't specify what questions, so they could have asked me fucked up ones, like, can we see you naked or something stupid, so I'm glad that some people actually are restraining themselves. But yeah, what's my favourite game? What's your favourite game? Okay. I'm playing one of them, but then on the other hand, I love Halo, that's the problem. I guess for me, it will be maybe Sonic, because it holds emotional. Like I said it before, one of my other special videos. Like my uncle, got me into Sonic, and he's not around, and he's gone. You know, he passed away a couple of years ago. So for me, Sonic reminds me of him. So there's that element to it. But however, Halo is a game that got me on Xbox Live in the first place, and to as a whole, I was like, oh my god, this stuff's just so cool. You know, it just gave me a lot of potential. And I love all that. I honest to God do love. I do love Halo, and Sonic the Hedgehog is not this game, but Sonic as a series. I can't pick a favourite game, but I can pick a series. My favourite game series is Sonic the Hedgehog, because there's also more games of it as well than Halo, which I know that's a bit unfair, different genres, but for me, I like to believe that this series has a lot of potential. Yeah, it's had its ups and downs, but the older classics are definitely nice, and you know, the other games I've been enjoying. Oh, okay, I thought it wouldn't be game over if you did that. Again, as you can tell, I'm not even focusing, I'm just having something in the background, why not? But no, that's the thing, is that I'm just hoping that we can just have fun, you know. I hope Sonic can just have fun this year, because it's the 30th anniversary this year, and I'm just hoping that they actually do something with it, because they got to. I don't need something amazing, but just I'd say release some of the games that are on the other consoles, and like the Game Gears and stuff, like the packs and all that. The Sonic Heroes, and I bring them to Xbox One and PlayStation 5, you know. Not everyone has the old consoles, and like I said, if something goes wrong with them, game preservation, as some people say, you know. I would love a mega collection which just has all the games, like Mario 3D All-Stars, but it's a Sonic 3D All-Stars, imagine that. That would be like all the games, Shadow the Hedgehog, everything, even. I mean, I know that sounds crappy. Spin-off games, everything. I want like a proper, you know. There's a few games I want as well. I mean, I know I want Spartan. I will say this as well, there's another game I'm going to be struggling with, and that's Spartan, not Spartan Assault, but Spartan Strike, 'cause it's on PC. But if I can find a way to record, I will. And I'm sure that if I had another laptop or another gaming system that I can play on, then I'll happily record it off that. But for now, I need to wait. Especially with the pandemic going on, before I can get someone to help me sort that. Because I've got no idea who can. But yeah, so to answer the question, and ultimately, because I went off on a tangent. Favourite game series? I know it's a favourite game, but I can't, because otherwise I'm going to be all day. My favourite series is Sonic as a whole. Just because of personal reasons, but also it was one of my first games as a kid that I have earliest memories. I'm just gonna let someone do his thing for a sec while I'm checking. Okay. Guess he died there. Hang on, I know where they are, I've just got to find it. Here we go. Found it. I was trying to find this one. What's some of the worst things that has happened to the Discord, and when was the Discord created? That's a good point. Those of you who won't know, I do have a Discord, but that's only for our group that play together for customs and just get together. It's just there for fun. I made it as a home for people like me with disabilities and just to play games and have fun with. On Xbox, obviously. No point if you're on PC and can't play with anyone. Yada yada. None of that. We don't do that here. But yeah, I'll say this. I pulled it up just now. The Discord was created the 7th of June, 2 years ago. Well, on the 7th this year, it'll be our 2nd anniversary, so it's been 2 years. Because I made it originally, the first Discord didn't go too well. It was Destiny based, surprise, surprise, but I just thought Halo, and I loved Halo, and it went bada bing, bada boom, and it worked. The worst thing that happened... Good question. Sorry. I don't have to keep doing that, it's just my body's not recovered yet. But no, essentially, the worst thing I would say is happened over a year ago. There's two things that did happen. I'll mention a bonus. It's debatable whether or not you think which one sounds worse. First one was the very first one. It was around the halfway mark of the first year of Discord. Had an issue with someone, like I said, causing issues as an admin, yada yada. Just wasn't bothering, making an effort. They were unwell, so we let them off for ages. Like, we're like, look, just get better, don't worry. But then they were clearly fine enough to do whatever, and they were on trying to get activities going, everything like that. I was like, okay, but can you do it today then? Because Brian's not well, because obviously he has medical stuff as well. Like, and this person just had an operation, that was it. He obviously has a medical issue where if he, if he stresses too much, he could get ill. That sort of thing. Because he was kind of... Well, no, it wasn't because we did anything wrong, by the way. Just for those who... Gonna say, wait a minute, does that mean he's stressed? No. What I mean is, like I said, because he was having whatever was going on, because sometimes he has them on his own, but stress can do it sometimes. Because of that, he couldn't... he just was struggling to host. At the time, he was the only one that could host. My connection was shit, you see. Back then, like, some of you probably would know, so I wasn't always the host of the games. Of when we used to host, like, other lobbies, because I couldn't do it. And the problem is that I just couldn't host it. Like I said, I couldn't do it because the connection, and Brian was the only one at the time who could, but then his connection's dipped, so it's kind of weird how it was now become a full role reversal. But yeah, point is, this person just didn't want to make it. It was like, it was like, well, no, he's not well. You've got to help him. If they were not well, fine, but they were literally doing their own thing, doing the same thing that we asked them to do. They just didn't want to do it for us because they want to be on their terms, which is like, look, we've given you slack, just don't push it. And they just went, ooh, and then threw insults at each other, yada yada. And then after they left, I think someone who like had a crush on them, ego symptoms, that sort of thing, started overreacting. Then we had trolls in the Discord like writing. I'm not even joking. Next day when I woke up to, I don't know how many messages, but it was basically, let's think, how many? No, not how many. It took us 5 hours to delete that many messages. That's how many there was. It took us 5 hours worth, where me, Brian, and one of admin had to delete basically just shit because they're basically saying, "Oh, Maximal's a piece of shit, yada yada," just because we told just because we kicked this person out, because we kicked the admin out because we thought, look, if they're not going to bother, if they're just going to be like that, then they can get the fuck out. Like, it's not right, it's not on. You know, we're nice to them when they're ill, and they can't be bothered to even pull their weight. It's like, yeah, no, thank you. And boom, and we had that crap for a couple of days. So that arguably could be the worst, but then. The other thing I think arguably could be just as bad is halfway through the second year, not halfway through the second, halfway through the first year, after the first year's anniversary. So last year, I'd say, in last January time, we had it where we had some trolls, literally, we had like a Minecraft world. I think some of you might have seen it in our Let's Plays before. But basically what happened is that we had people, you know, not really. We had a realm, but the problem was people can go on it whenever, which I know that's my fault. But the thing was, the group meant to be mature, where they don't troll. And honestly, it's meant to be a group where you just got friends there. It's not meant to be that. It's not meant to be a bloody trolling area. And I'm honestly still annoyed by that shit. Point is, someone was griefing constantly, and it was annoying because it wasn't just about me. I didn't really care, but the fact I was paying money for a realm and people were just tampering with it. I mean, I know I can go back and fix it thanks to the I can just reload a previous saver, but then that's not the point. I shouldn't have to do that because someone just can't behave themselves and just like gets like a nice chub from us just losing our cool. That's not on. And the admins were stressing, like me, Shane, and Brian. But what happened was, it was actually we lost a couple people because of it. Because we accused him, because I believed it was them, because the problem is it had to be an American, and sadly, you know, it was so-and-so. But then, they got accused and went, I was just trying to bluff him out, because I worked before someone else took the fall, saying it was them, but it wasn't. And we found out it was like one of our own admins fucking around. It was one of the other admins, and the worst bit was, everyone blamed me still, saying it's my fault that these issues happen. I'm like, no, we didn't know it was him, and they all just made their own group together, and I was like, what the fuck? You know, and it's all, and ultimately this is because Minecraft, and I'm sorry, this is why I get annoyed at it. I'm tired of all these stupid updates, and I know that kids don't really care about, you know, new stuff, all that, but for me, I want something like Ark where it tells you who's done what, and you know, like who gets on at what time. Like saying, oh, so and so joined the world at so and so time. So then, because we knew what time it was when it happened, because we reloaded the save and we found out when it was okay, and then we loaded up another save and it was like suddenly destroyed. So we knew, and it tells you what time the saves are made at. But that's the problem, is that the saves were, you know, in American time. So we knew it was American, we just didn't know who it was. And I'm so angry about it, because if they just gave us a list of who, if it said so-and-so gone this time, we could have kicked the bastard, and then some of them might have not been kicked in the first place, or we wouldn't have accused them. But we didn't know who it was, because there was a lot of people acting stupid and defending each other, covering up for each other. And again, I was paying money for the realm, and I'm not having it where people are fucking around with our stuff, which a lot of people worked hard on. And to me, that's not on. You don't do that, you know. And Minecraft, I know you could argue, it's a kid's game. But it's like, doesn't matter if it's a kid's game or not. You know, you build and put, it was a survival world that we put effort in. No creative mode, none of that. You know, and one of our admins did that and fucked around for us for a couple months. It really did stress a lot of us out. And the fact that they were getting a chub from that just says it all, what a piece of shit they were. And, you know, for me, that is just a scummy move, because it wasn't just about me. They literally were ruining it for other people of the Discord, and I think ultimately that's what stopped us doing Minecraft in the end. Not recording, but obviously the that ruined it. I think that was the main reason why I think we stopped, or we started not doing it now really anymore, because every time I've tried it's not really been the same, and it hasn't been the same since. They've literally ruined it for a lot of people, and I think, you know, I hope they are proud of themselves. They're just dickheads for it. And anyone who thinks that shit was okay just needs reevaluating. And it's not about it's a game. It's like going in, and for someone says here, oh, it's a game, you could just redo it. So if you build like a model in real life that takes you like 6-7 hours, and then someone just comes in, smacks it on the ground, and just says, "Sorry, it's all right, you can rebuild it again," you're telling me that you're gonna sit there and be like, oh, "Okay, you're not," and don't say you wouldn't, because that's just you being a dumbass. So you know, ultimately, not cool. So that's two things. Those are the worst things that have happened to the group, I believe, so far. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Discord ain't perfect, but it is getting better, and things have been nice. But it could happen again. We could have people, honestly, trying to screw the Discord over. But we just gotta wait and see. We honestly just gotta wait and see. You know, I'm just hoping that, hey, you know, we'll get some fun out of it. I just want it to be, you know, where next time I can hopefully do it again when there's enough demand, and people won't be trolls, but there's always, but then this is where it comes down to, Mojang, for the love of God, and anyone else who watches, please ping them, and not ping them, at them on Twitter and say, please add a log system so we know who gets, so we have an idea of who our friends get on. And I know someone's going to say as well, get your friends on, just don't invite randoms. They weren't, they were part of our Discord, one of them was our own admin. That's the point. But it saves shit like this. It saves problems. And they're lucky that it's a realm, because if it was just a normal world, it saves automatically, because on the Bedrock version of this game, we can't, you know, save it. It auto-saves, it literally auto-saves constantly. So that's why I like the realm better, because the realm system works better, but we have to pay for that system. Which I think is just dumb. Why should we have to pay just to save and have, you know, save state at like save points? Like, just gives us a list of, you know, if we want to reload a save backup. Why do we have to pay for that when it was a feature in the other things? That's just greedy. But whatever, you know. I'm just saying, it'll save a lot of friendships and a lot of heartache and a lot of stress, because then we can kick the fucker and then boom. But yeah, so that is I'd say the worst thing probably was the first thing, because it was just pure harassment at that point. The other thing was just joke. At least there's some, it's just trolly shit. But then the first thing was just being petty and just being pure harassment. It wasn't just about me. The whole Discord had to deal with that, and they had to mute the server because people were just getting spammed at everyone like multiple times. It was just disgusting. And to me, I feel that's just low. But yeah. And the Discord, like I said, was June the 7th, so, you know, we just gotta wait and see what happens there. Hang on, I'm just trying to find, where is the other... Here we go, I've got a couple here, I'll read them. Do fish get thirsty? Fucking hell. I assume so, they have to... Maybe? Maybe not, I don't know. Why doesn't glue stick to the inside of the bowl? I assume it's how it's been produced. That's my fear. I think it's how it's been made and how it's been handled. It depends on the manufacturer. Like, I think it's the stuff inside. I think there's no air. I think the air is what makes it stick. How do you get off a non-stop flight? You don't. I guess that's literally what happens here. You don't get off it. I guess you literally don't get off the flight. That's literally what happens here. Right, what's next? How do you write 0 in Roman numerals? Even I don't know that. I don't know that, unfortunately. What do chickens think we taste like? Probably taste like food. Because they don't really have... I don't know, they probably think we have like... Probably taste like food. by specific food. I mean, I'm not. That's why I'm not sure. Why did they call it why do they call it chili if it's hot? Because I think chili. That's a good point. I don't get why. Maybe it's because, like I said, chili doesn't always mean necessarily it's hot. I don't know if that's it. Because if chili is always hot, then good point. But if it's not, then maybe that's why. Because chili is like a sauce, dip, or whatever. Why do your feet smell and your nose runs? Very witty. He's getting stupid, but not to the point where it's bad. Okay. Right. I'll say because your nose is used for smelling. That's the whole point. Not smells. Feet smell because you're running. So I'll say. No air's getting there, all the air's like condensed, getting bad, yada yada. Runs is because, if you got a cold, that's where all fluid gets out, yada yada. Ugh, getting simple. Why don't they call moustaches mouth brows? Because moustaches sound better. And because moustaches, you can actually store stuff in them if they're big enough and fluffy, like Eggman. If marbles are not made of marble, why are they called marbles? Because they look nice. That's my theory. Is a fly without wings a walk? Probably. Why is it called after dark when it's really after light? Because literally after light happens, like you literally say right after it becomes afternoon, that sort of thing. So yeah, and I think that's actually it. Is it? I think it is. Oh, I'm okay with that. So. I do want to say then, guys, I think, ultimately, I will say, it's been good. I mean, this has gone well. I like this. It's definitely a different... And we wanted to do a Q&A for a while, but it's like, not be the same. Also, Sonic's model looks a bit more blue than what he should. But no, so I will say this. Ultimately, I'm looking forward to a few things I am upcoming. I'm looking forward to the upcoming stuff. I'm looking forward to that. And with more games coming out this year and more stuff happening, I'm looking forward. I mean, I'm hoping there's a Transforming. I mean, my God, I'd be like, I'll record that in a heartbeat. And if it's not in order, I'd be like, oh. So, yeah. Next time will be our 2200th video, or 2200 video, how you want to say it. So I'll see you all then. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I want to say it. Thanks for supporting. I appreciate it. And thank you to the group who gave me the questions. You guys are fucking weird, but not in a bad way. At least you guys actually didn't ask me stupid shit. That was fucked. But if some of them were funny, I might have said them, but even then it's like, no. No. But hey, anyway, I'll see you all then. Take care. See ya.